Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my daily 2-card reading for Sunday, January 28th, 2024. I'm continuing to do my daily 2-card readings where I look at the energy of the day, which is, the energy that's coming at us from the divine universe, from the world around us, and then the focus, which is our response, our effort, or the intention that we put back into that energy. I have been guided to work with the Angel Heart Sigils Oracle by Stuart Pearce, and I was a bit resistant at the beginning of the week working with this deck because this deck and a companion deck, which I was guided to several years ago, are very deep, very intense. Stuart Pearce has channeled these archangels, their sigils, orbs related to them, information related to them from Atlantis. And this is a deep deck. When I work with it, I can get lost for hours in the meanings and the associations. And of course, we don't have hours. I want to give you kind of an overview of the day and the energy. And so I'm going to read these cards to you the best I can intuitively. And then I will read from the guidebook just a little bit. So like I said, we look at the energy of the day. We look at the focus of the day. Before I start these readings, I've opened a circle of light and love and protection around myself, which includes everyone who will watch these videos, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, or next year. I also call in spirit guides and guardians for myself, for the collective, and for everyone who will watch or will be a part of these readings at any time. Your energy is protected in these readings. My energy is protected in these readings. That's very important to me. I want you to know that. So let's look at our energy for today. These are shiny cards. I'm doing the best I can with the light. I feel like it's getting a little bit better every day, and then our focus card. Yeah, they're real shiny. I never noticed that before I put them under a camera, and I was like, ooh, you glimmer, don't you? But sometimes not in a way that makes it easy to see. So let's look at our energy for the day. So we have another Zafkiel card. We had one of those yesterday, and there is his sigil again. And then this card is Awe. Hey. This card is Awe. Sorry about that. I have a couple older cats and I have a couple new kittens, and sometimes we're just having, space issues. So the card here is Awe, and this is somebody, it looks to me like held in the arms of an eagle, soaring high. Anyways, when awe is like almost a feeling of overwhelming, oh, see, there's that darn glare I was talking about. Sorry. Oh, anyway, awe, like we're so in awe of, really, like the energy that's coming at us is so huge, so impressive. It is literally like sources standing in front of us and shining down on us. The energy this week has been intense, and I think that's because there's so much going on in our world. There's so much change going on. There's so much energy coming at us, so much stuff that we need to try to not weather the storm, but become as good as we can as the world becomes better, as we all become better. So, Zafkiel again is considered for this deck the sacred lover, tied to compassion, ecstasy, romance, compassion, sacred love, romantic love, love from source, and how love replenishes us. This card here says, for Awe, Zafkiel's heart sigil brings us to the profundity of awe, which we need reminding of our true essence, for our divinity. Sometimes I have to, he uses big words, and profundity is basically being very fertile. That's how I think of that anyways. That's one of the reasons this card deck is so deep. It's not necessarily like, grade school level or high school level. It's like my last year of graduate school level. Anyway, beautiful deck though. Perhaps this is happening to you right now, for you've chosen this card of beauty, and your spirit may just take flight, just as in the icon. You see, awe and joy are the wondrous gatekeepers to the pathway of the divine, and spiritual curiosity leads us to this gateway, that so we may fly to heaven. So this is intense, heavenly source energy coming at us. And awe makes sense. I'm kind of in awe of that, you know, how we fit into this universe, how everything works together, how big and dynamic everything is. I am in awe of that. I think we all are. And I think we're seeing that right now. We're feeling that energy. And that's both exciting and intimidating, scary a little bit. That's why I'm hoping these readings will help us kind of weather this awe energy coming at us. So our focus for the day is Raziel. Let you kind of look at the sigil for this archangel, and the card is eternity. And this is really beautiful. We have two beings down here. They are touching hands and connected with an infinity circle, or an infinity symbol, and around them is a circle, and there are also beings here holding hands. Eternity is, you know, forever, and our souls are eternal. Our lives here in this human plane might not be, but our souls are eternal, and they're constantly learning and constantly developing. And I think sometimes if we step back and look at this, like with our eternal self, like not our human eyes, which everything can just seem so intense and overwhelming, but with our eternal soul, that is going to make this awe-inspiring power of the divine universe feel a little more gentle, a little more doable. Raziel is, again, this angel has popped up first a couple times in these readings, tied to the divine mysteries, the keeper of magic, tied to spiritual insights, creative ideas, and revealing mysteries. And so this Sunday, wow, this energy for this day. Let me read what the card says real quick, and then we can kind of discuss the best way to weather this energy. So eternity. A symbol of eternity is depicted in the midst of astonishing beauty of the Sistine Chapel. Oh, so that's where the image is from. Okay. Through the tender touch of the hands of God and Adam, a delicate and unique relationship is created, thus reminding us of the eternal promise we made at the spark of the divine to manifest our love, joy, and tenderness on earth. For God breathed into the nostrils of man, and man became a living soul. Yet your choice of this card means Raziel wishes you to attune with this special frequency, to see the Ouroboros as a symbol of self-reflexivity, and in the special sense of seeing your soul as the eternal force constantly recreating itself, purely for the joy of recreating again and again and again. So, kind of, well, what I talked about, you know, our human lives, I mean, they feel very intense and important to us, and they are, and we're here for the people around us, and we're here for the lessons that we're supposed to learn. But our soul is divine and eternal and never ending, and we've probably had multiple existences, in human form, in animal form, in rock form, in tree form, as forms on different planets, more than likely. But I think this day, which the energy is so intense, so huge, so making us aware of the greatness of our divine universe, multiverse, that if we can just step back and put the focus on our eternal self, not our human self, not me living my life day to day, you know, getting work done, making sure I get my chores taken care of, all my animals and people in my life taken care of. But if we step back and look with our eternal eyes, we can see how important we are to this divine universe, because this is a relationship together. God, the card says God breathed life into Adam, but Adam is important to God in the sense that Adam is his own being making decisions. And I'm not talking about that necessarily in the Christian creation stories, but like just as ourselves, like we were created by the divine, and the divine breathed life into me and you, just like the story says God created life or breathed life into Adam. And I think if we take this awareness of our eternal self and look at this day, there is great insight and information coming to us. I would really watch your dreams on Sunday. I would really watch the synchronicities around you. I would really listen to the things you see in nature. Just pay attention. Those are messages coming. And don't pay attention with your human eyes. That too, of course, because that's what you need to see. But use your ears, your sense of smell, but also like your inner senses. Really be open to those. I hope you found this reading helpful. I hope you have connected with it in some way. I hope you're connecting with this deck. I hope I'm working with this deck in a way that makes it not seem so intensely overwhelming, which was exactly how I felt the first time I opened it and its companion deck. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. Beautiful, but a lot. I appreciate the likes that I'm getting. I appreciate the views that I'm getting. I just ask you to continue to like, to subscribe, to share these videos, to comment. I would love to hear what you think of this deck. I'm so excited now that I'm working with this deck this week. I really started the week very resistant because this is an intimidating deck for me. And I've worked with it for several years, you know, and I'm always just kind of blown away, I think, by the energy and intensity and the concept of the archangels. But this deck is here this week because we're supposed to learn something from this. And I think this energy of these angels is here to help us get through everything that's going on in our world. So I thank you. My name is Stacy. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal with me. Have a great day.